Hey you guys! Devon at AramiWeeWeeBlogs.com. But there is no WeeWeeBlogs.com anymore, so I gotta revise that greeting. I've been saying that since 2011. Ages me slightly. Hey, the reason we are assembling one more time, battling through the worst flu ever, is because that tasted real good. It's because Jamila Hashimova, who you know as Jiva and who we love as Jiva, that won the Voice of Azerbaijan Series 3, has released her Eurovision entry. It wasn't too long ago when she was announced as an internal pick for Azerbaijan, but the song Just Go has now dropped. Are you ready to listen and react together? Let's do this!
Woo, Devin, I am late to the video, but I am going to join you.
Hitting play. Tender ballad. There's a love story here.
They've been through it.
I carried your love inside my heart each day.
Jiva.
You said our fire would never fade away.
Just great control there.
It was my dream at night. Your name when I saw the light. Oh, I was yours of the way. But now I see through your disguise.
Now I see through your disguise. Okay.
Okay.
This is turning sour.
Yeah, she is feeling
Okay.
things. Yeah? Yeah? Like the finger wag.
Erase you from my soul. Okay.
This is a classical pop ballad. Very nostalgic
Jiva's got great poise.
for the past.
It's that kind of, Estee Lauder beauty, just seasoned, a real storyteller with her vocals here. She's lived. Really good vocals.
Yeah, say goodbye.
Oh, I like the instrumentation here.
Oh, that sounds very dated.
The flourishes. Oh, Azerbaijani. I don't mind it.
Thank you.
I don't mind it.
This is the strongest part.
Reining it back in. Ah, there's a beauty here. Okay, but I still have reservations. I'm going to start with the pros. So, beautiful woman, beautiful vocals, and vocals that are sort of age appropriate. A woman that has lived and is very assured of what works for her and what doesn't work for her. A woman that can see through multiple disguises. A woman that can see through you and just go, right? I feel like if anyone's gonna really tell this tale, Jamila Hashimova can. Good old Jiva. Season 3 winner, The Voice, Azerbaijan. She's been through it all. She's actually been in a number of national selections, so her name has been in the ether for a long time. So I'm glad that she's getting her shot at Eurovision. But this kind of song, at the same time, you know, does anyone remember Finland 2017? No, Finland 2007. Oh my God. I am a dinosaur at this point. Leave me alone, I want to go home. I mean, songs that are very nonchalant, I don't care, like Just Go, typically don't do well at Eurovision. And if that song, the Finnish entry for 2007, hadn't been an automatic qualifier, we may not have seen it on the grand final scoreboard that night. So yeah, that concerns me. The other concern I have is that this sounds like a Soviet-era ballad that has been given a Western reimagining for a 2002 release. So it actually sounds quite old-fashioned, quite dated. In Eurovision landscape, that's not always a bad thing because, you know, when televoters numbering over 190 something million plus are going to cut through all different types. So not everybody's going to be going for the super modern, you know, Spotify friendly entry. There would be people that would be wrapped around by the nostalgia of this because there's something here about, it harks back to the old school of Eurovision where vocals were a real key component in packaging an entry. You know, entries were selected on very good vocal ability. You know, in recent years, we've moved away from that, where visuals take much more, visuals kind of attract more viewers and voters and those who, what do they call it? Retention, you know? Because what ultimately you want is for that 3 minutes to be spent without people, or to be performed without your viewers getting up to leave. To suddenly remember that, oh, the bladder that was tinkering has now, you know, it's now descended. Now, in fact, if I'm not wearing my nappy, it's gone. Just go, we're gone. You don't want that. So, yeah, so the old-fashionedness, I mean, there have been like some songs that have just been really sort of antiquated. Party for everybody, dance. Come on and dance. Came second. Can we just, in one of the toughest years of Eurovision. So in terms of qualification, I don't think this has been ruled out.
Okay, look. The best part of this song is when she sings in Azerbaijani. Then it becomes interesting. It instantly feels more heartfelt. It's, as an outsider, a foreigner, I'm like, wow, that's what I want to hear. Let me hear your beautiful language, you know? And she shines in that moment. Everything before that is fine. The song is fine. The melody is fine. The delivery is fine. But it's just fine. It's like ballad by numbers, pop ballad by numbers, which we've heard in countless national selections for decades, right? It just falls into that pile of generic slush that we've heard before. You know, but then when she sings in Azerbaijani, then it has something different. Then it has a perspective. Then it gives us something. I just wish you could take those elements and push them up front, thread it throughout the song, because it's not like the lyrics are spectacular. It's not like the melody is that spectacular. The voice is good. She's controlled. I just feel like we're not seeing who she is. We're not feeling who she is because the song... Who wrote the song? Okay, the song was composed by an Azerbaijani-American composer, Fuad Javadov. I don't know. I feel like you could have written this for anyone, you know, at any point in the past 3 decades. But look, she can express, she can emote. When she wags her fingers, you know she's feeling it a bit more. I think at those moments there's that sass and attitude. But I do worry about whether this will qualify. Looking at semifinal 2, in the first half, you have Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bulgaria, Czechia, Luxembourg, Romania, and Switzerland. And then in the second half, you have Albania, Australia, Cyprus, Denmark, Latvia, Malta, Norway, Ukraine. And to be brutally honest, I think the other songs on the whole are just more memorable. And if you want to make the final, people have got to remember you at least, before the recap. Or when they see the recap, they've got to remember you. But I'm not sure I would remember this. Yeah. But look, hey, with incredible staging, with a great vocal performance, she can be proud of this. I still don't see this going to the final. I don't see jurors ranking this particularly high, and I don't see televoters ranking it particularly high either.
I must say, Azerbaijan has had mixed fortunes at Eurovision Song Contest. So they first debuted in 2008 with, was that song by Elnur Huseynov? Day After Day. I'm surprised I could actually sing in that pitch, given the fact that I am super sick, but didn't that song finish 8th? So in 2008 till now, I'm counting like 17 participations. And pretty much Azerbaijan would always qualify, and not just qualify, but also do well. They've had a number of top 5 finishes. In 2011, they won with I'm Running, I'm Scared Tonight. Nigga Jamar and Elder Gasimov. Yeah, that was a moment. Oh, love that. Love that. Love Running Scared. It's such a moment. So they won with that. But I think over the years they've had some really amazing entries. Some of my favorites. Dilara Kazimova, Start a Fire. Love, love, love. Horrible staging, but love her vocals, love her vibe, and actually one of my favorite music videos in the Eurovision landscape. No one can ever forget Sabina Babayeva. I mean, that was just a moment. And didn't she finish in the top 5, for a homecoming entry? That was amazing. Dihaj Skeletons, what a moment. That was also, even Hour of the Wolf by Elnur Huseynov, that was really, really, really good. Things started to take a downturn in 2018 with X My Heart by Izel. That didn't quite make it to the grand final, finished 11th in its semi. And actually, when you look at the semis that year, it breaks my heart that X My Heart didn't quite make the cut, because it was comfortably in my view. And I think it was a shock to a lot of people. Partly because Azerbaijan always qualified up until that point, but also because X My Heart was just like, it was a vibe. I'm stronger than cannonballs. I'll never, ha, 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 ha. Luna. No, actually, it's not ha, ha, ha. I'll never stop. Luna, moon me up, take me to the top. X My Heart! Oh my God, I'm gonna tell you a story. So, whoever's editing this video is gonna hate me because I would have digressed so much. But then, if they don't cut this part out, it means you get to hear it, right? So I'm in Baku, hanging out with Izel, and we're just talking about life, and she's so cool. She was driving this Mercedes-Benz coupe, and at that time she'd finished doing her album, which she flew to many countries to cut down and lay down the work. It was this kind of electronica, cyberspacey, just really, really cool stuff, so cool. And she's playing me these demo cuts, and we're driving to Baku, and she's super sexy, right? So men are driving and just thinking, I didn't even think they recognized her as being Izel, but just this fabulous looking. And I'm like, Izel, how do you cope with it? And she's like, this is Baku. Oh my God, random story. The other random story is that Eurovision fans call it X My Heart. I don't think she's ever called it that. I think she calls it Cross My Heart. And I remember during the promo of that song, you know, her team would be like, no, X my heart. Okay, so let's reshoot the video. She's like, cross my heart. Oh my God, Luna, moon me up. That was a moment. Gonna take a miracle. Whoa, Samurai, she was in the mix. D-Hodge Skeletons, I really felt was quite phenomenal. How did that finish? 14th? Nah, ridiculous. That should have been top 5. That was truly, truly amazing. It really was amazing. You know, to me, D-Hodge Skeletons there was just an authenticity, a coolness. And actually, when you listen to her catalog, it really sits in with the artist. Yes, fine. This is a song that she didn't pen, but whoever penned it had her in mind, and it felt truly collaborative. But you gotta speak your truth if you're Chingiz Mustafayev. You know, interesting character, journeyed all the way to Indonesia, ended up on a beach in Bali, wrote all these amazing songs. And he's just like the coolest guy ever. I don't think he performs Truth anymore, but that was a top 10 finish at Eurovision. Did so well. In fact, that was the most recent song that ended in the top 10 at Eurovision. So you know, I suppose that Jiva is hoping that she's gonna kind of be on that side of the scoreboard and not on the Mama Gamma side of the scoreboard, where Run With You, I think, finished dead last. I could be wrong, but let me just double check on my facts. It just says the band failed to qualify, so I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But Fari featuring Ilkin Dovlatov also didn't do well. Turan, again, cute, you know, brother to brother energy, but Tell Me More. Well, let's just say, let's keep that conversation in the semi-finals. So, you know, it remains uncertain right now how well this will advance, but let's just go into our social media channel and see what the fans are saying. So, on the Weeby Blogs post on Instagram, which was uploaded a week ago, there are a number of comments. So the headline is Azerbaijan, The Voice, winner Jiva will sing at Eurovision 2026. The comments are from JMOMXX. I want Azerbaijan to win again. Will it happen this year though? I'm doubtful, but Eurovision is full of surprises. Garayeva.Guli says she's the winner of Azerbaijan The Voice 2025. Great voice and good luck. Yeah, okay. And I'm trying to look for other comments. Oh, this comment is in Azeri. C translation. Oh, this is an argument going on this page. Oh, good heavens. Space T Oob says, get that song out now, please. Azerbaijan is always so late, and by then we've already made our choices. Well, you know what? The song is out now, so you can start rejigging your scoreboard. Yeah, that's all we're going to say. Jiva won The Voice in Azerbaijan, meaning that she understands how to craft her voice in front of a live studio audience, but beyond that, televoter appeal. So, is she ready for Eurovision? I would say so. Just Go gives you that sort of nostalgic feeling. It's a breakup song, and you know, you really have to be in the headspace for wanting to appreciate that. And quite often, being in the right headspace for wanting to, being in the right headspace means that you've bounced off from a breakup, right? So you've moved on, you found the love of your life, and you may not necessarily want to hark back to that time where you're pondering over lost love. But Diane Warren has built a career on love songs and Babyface, and quite often those love songs are tortured, and sometimes they're painful, and they are painful revisits. Just Go sits in that family of songs. You don't really get a lot of those at Eurovision because they tend to be quite happy and hopeful. But I'm hoping that this actually positions her in a different lane, right? And being in a different lane at Eurovision is actually quite a good thing because it means that you cut through. Let's look at what semi-final she's in. Azerbaijan will be performing on the 14th of May, 2026, in Eurovision's second semi-final. The pre-qualified countries, the automatic qualifier in that block of countries, in that semi-final, will be United Kingdom, France, and the host country, Austria. Wow. I actually think that the entries this year are really good. But semi-final 2 is starting to look really strong. Of those strong entries. I mean, if we look at Ukraine always qualifies, right? And Switzerland won very recently, right? Yeah, it's a strong semi-final, and the entries are really good. The Latvian entry is good, the Danish entry is solid, Cypriot entry is good. Australia, Delta Goodrum is in here. Okay. Do I have a crystal ball? No, I do not. So I cannot comfortably predict yay or nay. But what I can say is that this is a respectable entry with local flourishes in the instrumentation and packaged with a seasoned voice and a very credible performer. I think that Jiva will do her best, and it's great to have her at Eurovision 2026. Is Jiva on Pinterest? I'm gonna find out as soon as I've closed this video. But what I will say is that yours truly is on Instagram. My Instagram and handle is Deben_Deben. And while you're at it, follow Wee Wee Blogs on Pinterest, and we will see you later.